Hi guys, today in this video we are gonna learn about logarithms. What a logarithm is, what does it represent, and what is the purpose of using a logarithm. So, logarithm is nothing but a way to represent a number or a quantity. Say for example, you're saying two apples. Like so the two apples here, the two is representing the quantity of the apples. So in the same way, logarithm, which is written as log. Here there are two numbers. On the top there is 4 and to the bottom it is 2. It is read as log 4 to the base 2. So it basically gives a value. We're gonna find out what that value is in a moment. So let's go and have a look at some other examples of how do we actually read this expression. So like log 9 to the base 2 here. This one is log 9 to the base 2 and log 64 to the base 4. What we can correlate by looking from these values, like between 4, 2, and 2, between 9, 3, and 3, and between 20, 64, 4, and 3, is that you see, if you see 4 as the base of an exponential expression, 4 to the power 3 is nothing but 64. And similarly, 2 to the power 2 is nothing but 4. And you guessed it right. The other one goes like this, is 3 to the power 3 is 9. So basically, it is the result of the logarithmic expression gives the power to the base. See, for example, you have log 64 to the base 4. So you have that 4 as the base. So the power to the base, which gives us the value of 64, is what is the value of the logarithm. So you can see further here that log 4 to the base 2 and 2. So what does each represent has been shown here for you to easily understand or recapitulate. So here it is 2 is the base, 2 is the power, and 4 is the result. Say 2 to the power 2 equals 4 is an equation. There is a different way to write this equation, which is log 4 to the base 2 equals 2. So this is, in other words, we can say that this equation is called an inverse to the exponential equation. Here are a few examples where logarithmic expression can be used. For example, you're having a chart where you want to express the large profits that you have gained, which are in the order of 10 to the power $10. You want to represent it year-wise. What was your profit for each year and how your company has done. So what you're gonna do basically is you will just take those values on the y-axis and here on x-axis. So if you have like the scale is like the order of 10 to the power 10, right? So what you will want to do is you want to reduce the scale so that you will be able to easily understand. You'll be able to easily draw the curve and analyze it better. So instead of using 10 to the power 10 dollars or $100 billion as a starting point, you just use the log of that value. For example, log of 10 to the power 10 to the base 10. That value will give the result as 10. So instead of using this 10 to the power 10, you're gonna use log of your profit, which is log of 10 to the power 10 to the base 10, which gives the value as 10. And then suppose you're having the value of your profit is increased by 10 times, and you got extra profit again. So you will want to write it as 10 to the power 11. So instead of writing 10 to the power 11, you just write it as 11, which is log 10 to the power 11 to the base 10. So here you have substantially reduced the scale of the numbers that you want to represent on the x and y axis, and the plot that you're gonna plot is gonna be way too easier and way too simpler for you to analyze, and then and this is one of the examples of how you use logarithms. And I hope you understood what logarithm is and what do you mean, what does it represent, and in which scenarios you use it to get benefit out of it. I hope you enjoy this, and thank you for listening.